the Horn of Africa, a region of immense beauty, ancient history, and untapped potential, but also a region grappling with poverty, conflict, and the impacts of climate change. Through regional integration, much of the potential can be realized and challenges alleviated. 5 years ago, a vision for a brighter future was born, the Horn of Africa Initiative. Born from a shared commitment to regional integration and sustainable development, the Horn of Africa Initiative brought together 7 nations, united in their determination to overcome common challenges.
The fundamental objective of why we have designed this program in the first place is to benefit the society, the economy, and the member countries. We, the finance ministers in the Horn of Africa, supported by development partners like World Bank, European Union, and African Development Bank, we become very resilient and focused on development and protected this initiative not to be influenced by some short-term political turbulences. This resilience and collective leadership and learning from this collective process has brought significant trust between finance ministers to really pursue regional development collectively supported by development partners. This is a major success for me.
The early years of our initiative were about building trust, identifying shared priorities, as well as laying the foundation of transformative change.
It's really impressive that this initiative is country-owned, country-driven. I would even say that countries are learning from each other, and the partners come in alongside the countries. And I think that needs to be celebrated.
The Horn of Africa has tremendous comparative advantages. Its geostrategic location at one of the busiest freight routes globally, its young, innovative population, and the endowment with natural resources. To fully unlock this potential, the region needs investments in cross-border infrastructure, trade facilitation, and policy harmonization.
Initiatives like the Horn of Africa offers a unique business model for regional integration. They have shared challenges, such as shared fragility challenges, including climate change-induced droughts. They have intercommunal disputes over water, over pasture land, and sharing of resources. This requires regional collaboration and cooperation and economic integration.
The initiative focused on 4 key pillars: connecting the Horn through modern infrastructure, powering sustainable growth, building resilience to shocks, and harnessing the power of the digital economy.
This spans across infrastructure areas like energy, education sector, health sector, agriculture, water and sanitation have received a lot of support from this funding and initiative, and has been a game changer because you know the challenges facing these regions. So we need to maximize on socio-economic benefits, which would then lower tensions in the region. The most important thing is peace. It is good for not just the region, it is good for the world.
These peace-building, cross-border regional infrastructure investments include projects like the electricity interconnection between Ethiopia and Djibouti.
The Ethio-Djibouti power interconnection is truly a testament of togetherness as well as integration. I truly believe such an initiative brings much needed power for our population all the way on the corridor as well as in the whole region.
Through such initiatives, we can align resources, we can increase growth, we can increase benefits to the people. My hope is for this kind of project and others such as this will increase the sustainability of the investments, of the growth model, of the resilience of the economies in this region, looking at both issues of climate, of economic development, of education, and that it'll benefit the countries in the region and Africa as a whole.
The Horn of Africa Initiative recognizes the vital role of pastoralist communities in the region and has prioritized projects that enhance their resilience to climate change and improve their livelihoods.
In terms of peace and security, all the challenges comes most of the time from borderlands. These challenges comes because of, number one, because of unemployment and poverty. This initiative really focus to tackle that ultimate goal of Horn of Africa initiative is interconnectivity in terms of infrastructure and human capital and free movement of people.
In the Horn of Africa, you have a lot of pastoralists. By certain estimate, 20 million or more. This is a project which aims to protect pastoralists against drought with a suite of financial services, but also improve their linkage to value chain, livestock value chain.
We need to think creatively how we can deliver services, how we can encourage and incentivize local governments, communities to collaborate on both sides of the border. It also means we need to involve different stakeholders that we don't usually involve in our development activity.
Over the last 5 years of progress, a global team of experts have supported the Horn of Africa initiative in developing and designing programs to transform our region, stimulate our economies, and impact the lives of the most vulnerable.
So when the initiative came together, that was 5 years ago, in the initial phase, I would say the first priority, so to say, was to build trust and was to build a dialogue among the different stakeholders.
This initiative is led by the Ministers of Finance. And so it's country-led development partner facilitators. So we have an expert in each ministry that is a local expert to assist and support the country.
The ultimate success is going to be measured about not only whether you've mobilized all the resources you had identified, but whether you've built what you've said you would build and delivered the outputs and outcomes, which not only depends on the physical investments, but also on policy actions, on capacity building, and all of these things.
One of the main challenges in the region is that trade is largely informal. So most of the trade flows are undeclared to customs, which mean that governments, they fail to collect resources generated by the trade of goods and services at their borders. That most of the initiative need to be focused on this critical area, so to promote the transition of informal trade to the formal trade.
Ultimately, what we want is to create jobs for people, to improve service delivery, and digital can really help to do that in an inclusive way. As we look at areas such as connectivity, but equally some of the digital platforms that really enable digital services to go online, like for example, digital ID, data sharing, digital payments, and then finally also how do we use digital in other sectors, health, education, and so on, and digital skills, meaning really kind of the basics of what people need to then take advantage of this opportunity.
Now, together, as countries, partners, and communities, we can look forward to the next 5 years of implementation and impact.
We want to continue working together with our partners in the region, develop our region, to mobilize resources and to address the fragility and conflict that have continued to destabilize our region.
Our vision is very clear. We want a region that is better connected, more peaceful, and more prosperous. To achieve that, we need to change the narrative from one of fragility and conflict to a more of stability, growth, and development through interconnectivity and investment.
The Horn of Africa Initiative, 5 years of progress, a future of promise, a testament to the power of regional cooperation and a beacon of hope for a brighter future for all.
Personally, I believe, myself, I have a strong conviction that the countries of the Horn of Africa, we have the same destiny. Our destiny is very much intertwined because of geography, because of identity, and because of the social fabric of the formation of the state in the region. We need to listen to each other's concern. We need to listen to each other's challenges. My vision for the region is enhanced economic integration, which is very much inclusive and win-win and sustainable.